So, okay.
When there is doubt about his net worth, yet poor when fundraising through the guise of desperation.
$80,000 in equipment. I've got $300,000 almost floating right now in debt. I'm saying I make well over $1 million a year just on coffee.
Jeremy has an extensive history of fundraising for every facet of his business, but also a history of videos displaying his over $10,000 RC track with custom baseball mixed dirt, his $10,000 in trading card packs, which he opens live, and his saltwater fish tank devoid of living fish but not of aggressive monetization.
So is it a true statement that the issue that a lot of people have with him is that he's affluent? He obviously has money. He has all of these things that he kind of flaunts, but then he's always asking for more money. So he's not investing it well. Is that to be the major criticism here, I suppose? Okay.
Fish funeral fund.
Coverage of Jeremy's spending habits is often coupled with stories of his struggles with irritable bowel syndrome and his penchant for urinating around his home.
When you have no mortgage on your beautiful home, you can pee in it wherever you want. And the fact that they think this is some kind of own is weird. It's never something I denied.
Maybe it is something you should have denied. Like, no lie. Why would anyone need to know that on the internet? Like, why would anyone know that you have irritable bowel syndrome? And like for example, I made a big mistake years ago. All right? I did, 100%. Out of nowhere, my foot started swelling. And I took a picture of it and shared it with the internet saying, hey, does anyone know what this is? And of course, everyone's making fun of me saying, what did you do? Did you break your leg or this or that? So come to find out, I had gout. Okay. So gout is a serious, ongoing thing that you can't really ever get rid of. But I shared it with the internet. I never should have. Because since then, it's been a thing. Like, I think it was 2015. So here it is, 2026. 11 years, everyone making fun of me. Phil has gout. Phil has gout, right? Now, the good news is I don't really have flare-ups or problems with it anymore. But it was a problem for many years there. I had to change my diet and everything in order to adjust so that I didn't get it anymore. Since then, I don't tell you guys anything about any medical stuff whatsoever in my life or nothing. I consider that oversharing, because if you share any of that stuff, people will just endlessly ridicule you and then try to get more information and get to the next level of information. You know what I'm saying? So how on earth did anyone find out that he had irritable bowel syndrome and that he had peed around his house? Like, huh? And then he has to say that on stream and be like, oh, well, my coping of it is that I own my house. I can pee wherever I want. I mean, I own my house. I can pee wherever I want to, but I don't really want to. I prefer to pee in the toilet. It's kind of the preferable place to do it. So, all right, we're already starting to see some stuff.
Decline of viewership, revenue, and respect for him have induced more outbursts, furthering his decline, and increased interest in his history, which he desires to conceal. So who is Jeremy Hambley? What truly motivates him? And why does he have over 10 channels spread across his nearly...
Okay, he has over 10 channels. I don't know any of this. His main channel is The Quartering, over 2 million subscribers. Wow. That is incredibly admirable. He's got Unsleeved Media, which I'm going to assume is like a Magic the Gathering, 186,000. RC Flight School, so I guess RC Flying Planes, 14,000. Coffee Brand Coffee, 84. RC Skipper, so apparently has RC Boats, 2,000. Team RCN, which is supposed to be more RC stuff, 295, so that's like a tiny channel. Exclusively Games, 33K. Well, even this React channel has more than that. Hex Headquarters, only 1,000. Friends of RC, 16,000. Pokemon Headquarters, only 4.32 thousand. Claw Struck, is this Claw? Yeah, I simply love claw machines. He has a claw machine related YouTube channel. Okay. RC Nightmare, 64,000. So more RC cars. And then he has a Jeremy Hambley, which appears to be like a personal vlogging channel, 255,000. So some ideas of scale here. His personal vlogging style channel has 255,000 subs, which is more than my main channel. My main channel, DSP Gaming, has like 201,000 or something like. No, 230,000. That's right. I don't even know how many subs I have. He has more than me there. So he's like 10 times bigger than me in every degree, right? Okay.
2 decades on YouTube. An important part of grifting is to sell with confidence or with purpose. Not in the belief of the product, but for the sake of personal gain.
No, that's exactly what I was going to say. The title of this is 2 decades of grifting, and there's other alternate titles, and they all say like Schrodinger's grifter and stuff like that. Grifting, the term grifting, all right, is not in any way, shape, or form a positive term, okay? Grifting definition. Grifting is the act of obtaining money, property, or personal gain through deceit, manipulation, and confidence tricks rather than physical force. A grifter or con artist exploits trust, often using false promises or scams to trick individuals, and is characterized as a form of small-time or clever theft. Okay? So this is not, oh, I fundraised for a project, and that's called grifting. There has to be some insinuation that there was a lie, a deceit, a thievery going on for it to be called a grift. Okay? If someone just says, oh, you made money doing something on the internet, that's not grift. They'd have to justify their statement. So there you go. Okay.
Jeremy Hambley in the 2000s discovered that he was seemingly good at 2 things: computer repair through his employment at a computer repair shop and persuasion.
By the way, is the volume level good for everyone? Please let me know in the chat.
This is a type of skill that I had realized working fixing computers, that I was good with people. I was good with sales. I was good with relationships. I was really good at relating to people.
Jeremy, in enrolling in management computer systems courses at the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater, discovered he was not good at 2 things, just one.
It was really just hardcore coding, which I'm awful at.
Jeremy struggled with his programming classes, often skipping classes to instead stay home and drink.
What?
In a single semester, he was placed under scholastic probation as his grade point average dipped below what the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater was willing to accept.
Wow. When I was in university, or college, or whatever you want to call it, okay, I was there on a partial scholarship, and I had to maintain a certain GPA in order to keep going, or else they were going to get rid of my scholarship, and I couldn't afford to go anymore. And already I was working and had personal loans and things that I was paying off. But I'll admit it, I slacked off too. Like when I was in college, I honestly kind of lost faith in the education system because I busted my butt all high school, got to college just to find out the college isn't very good. Like the teachers weren't very good. I wasn't really learning. I was trying to learn coding. And this is, you know, when coding with right before the bubble burst on the whole tech industry, the computer science industry. And the teacher was atrocious. Couldn't even teach me how to code. Instead, he was just like assuming you already knew how to do it. Then what am I paying you for? Why am I coming to the university? You're supposed to be teaching me and you're not teaching me anything. Okay? So it was very bizarre. And I kind of lost my faith in caring about college, and I slacked off, and I would skip courses, and I would go drive and play competitive Street Fighter because I was into competitive Street Fighter at the time. I would go to arcades and shit instead of going to class. But even then, I maintained a decent grade point average. I still passed, you know, I think I got like maybe like B minuses, stuff like that. I still got through. I wasn't in any kind of like probation or in jeopardy of losing or being thrown out of college or anything like that.
Jeremy, through a tribunal, was given a chance to explain why he should be allowed to return to the college.
I decided to go into my tribunal and say, like, look, I'm changing my major. I think I'd be really good in marketing, and here are the many reasons why. I also said, oh, I'm having problems with my girlfriend and being away from home because I knew how to play on people's heartstrings, you know?
So this is where the grift comes in, that he's basically making half the story up to get sympathy so that they'll let him stay at the school. I also changed my major. Funny enough, I changed it from computer science like he did to business. Only I didn't do marketing, I did finance. Maybe I should have done marketing because I'm probably a better marketer than a finance person, that's for sure.
Plea worked. He returned to the school to study marketing. Jeremy was refining his craft, claiming that he excelled in his marketing courses, eventually graduating with a Bachelor in Arts in Marketing in 2005 and a Master's of Business Administration in Marketing in 2000.